Saudi Cup and welcome to another episode for the MMA Monday here on the Funkit Pod. It's Monday and you know what this means. Welcome to the only MMA podcast that is not sponsored by Manscaped, obviously. It's been a wild main event at UFC 266, so we have to talk about this. We also talk about one championship, we look ahead to Bellator, but we have to start with what just happened at UFC 266, and let's just jump right into it. I was about to say let's try to build to it, but no, let's jump into the main event, because the main event was obviously all sorts of crazy. I mean, Volkanovski, and I posted on Twitter, I enjoy the main event because I don't like either fighter. But after this performance, how don't you like Volkanovski, at least as a fighter? His interviews are still a bit cringy, getting better though. His perfect fight again. And I'm a Max fan, but the way Volkanovski adjusted to Max, I still thought Max won, of course, but the way he adjusted and then the way he always game plans. And again, his game plan is he's like a fighting computer. Here in Thailand, we have a Muay Thai fighter they call the boxing computer, because he, like Yotsan Klai, his name is Yotsan Klai. I call him the boxing computer because he just downloads his opponent, then he just unleashes and unloads. And that's Volkanovski right now in MMA. He downloads his opponents. He game plans so well. His team, obviously, Eugene Behrman and his Australian coaches too, of course. Fantastic. Brian Ortega, second time that everyone was like, man, he's so tough. He's got a chin and so on. Yeah, he has. And yeah, he's tough. And yeah, he's a fighter and a warrior. But it's been the second time that he's been outclassed in a title fight. So, no. But crazy, so crazy. That was it, the third round, fourth round, third round. Oh my God, that was the fourth round. Do you know what the crazy round? Holy hell! Volkanovski piecing him up, and then one jab sits him down, and Ortega just jumps for the guillotine. You're like, oh shit, that's it. And Volkanovski gets out of it, and then with Ortega with a triangle afterwards, you're like, okay, this was insane. I was watching it, of course, on the UFC stream, and I was screaming and yelling in front of my computer here at, I don't know when it was, 11 a.m. or so here in Thailand. Insanity. If you're not a UFC MMA fan, if you weren't one before, why would you watch it? But if you weren't one before and you see this, you have to be a fan. This was fantastic. It was awesome. And then in the end, they both ignored, they pushed their differences aside. They hugged, they embraced, they compliment each other. Martial arts spirit right there. Awesome. I still don't like them as people. I don't know them, but when they do interviews, they're just not my cup of tea. But the fight was awesome. The one thing I found interesting though is the corner told Brian Ortega, Brian, you're down, you lost all the rounds. Now give him a 1-2 and then just go for a double leg. And Ortega tried it once. I think it was in the final round or the fourth round or something. And Volkanovski stopped it. And then he just didn't try it anymore. I wonder why. Because the corner clearly told him, Brian, you have to do 1-2 double leg, 1-2 double leg. Go for it. And it didn't really try. Maybe Volkanovski's takedown defense was too good. I don't know. But that was interesting. But Volkanovski, fantastic game plan, fantastic executed. But Brian Ortega looked great too. His jab looked really good. He cut Volkanovski open right in the first round. Awesome. If you haven't seen it, watch it. But fight of the year contender for sure. Fantastic fight. And congratulations to the champ. Time to put some respect on this man's name. And this is coming from a Max Holloway fan. So, Alex Volkanovski, I still think you lost the second fight to Max, but this was fantastic. Also fantastic on a different kind of level, different kind of fantastic. Valentina Shevchenko, obviously, co-main event versus Lauren Murphy. And I said it on Twitter earlier, the only chance Lauren Murphy has at winning is the Chael Sonnen curse, because Chael picked Valentina, and you know what that means usually. More on this in the next bout. But Valentina Shevchenko, just a beautiful display of all kinds of martial arts. Like, of course, she did her spinning back kick stuff again, but then she took her down to the ground. She's like, "Oh, so your husband is a BJJ wizard? Sure, take her down." That was great, and she dominated the fight and got Lauren Murphy out of the fight in the 4th round. Just when Andrew Schulz, the comedian, tweeted, "This is boring, and if you want to be a superstar, you have to finish fights and you have to entertain and not just fight like this." And when is she ever knocking someone out? Last fight, by the way, Jessica Andrade, she TKO'd her. And now again, ref stoppage, TKO, Valentina the Bullet Shevchenko. And afterwards, it was fantastic. She did her post-fight interview in the ring. She did it like in English, then of course in Russian, then in Spanish. She lived in Peru for 8 años. And then also in Pasatay, Dimak con Valentina, Dimak. Pomrak Valentina Shevchenko. Her Thai is pretty good for someone who she said she just started to learn it. That was pretty good. She said she loves Thailand. She loves Muay Thai. And the people and the country have like a special place in her heart, and she loves Thailand. So awesome, yeah. Especially someone being here in Thailand right now. Valentina, come back to Phuket. Come here on the podcast. Valentina Shevchenko, she's the man, she's the woman. She's also then in the post-fight press conference, they asked her why when she walked back after her fight, why she passed by the ring girls, and she's like, because the ring girls kind of belong to the event. They make the event better. They're like, I think it's like an English hurdle. Maybe she called it like decoration. I didn't think she mean it like derogatory. It's like they belong to the event. And she was referencing Khabib's comments when Khabib said they shouldn't be there and so on. And she's like, no, all eyes on them. They belong here, and I want to highlight that. So props to Valentina Shevchenko, great human being, apparently fantastic martial artist, like a real martial artist. I don't know what's next. And she's like, super fight, whatever. No, that's my division, and I take on all comers. Gotta have to respect that too. Valentina Shevchenko, awesome. Like, she's a real martial artist. In the fight before Valentina Shevchenko's display of greatness, we saw the OGs throwing down Nick Diaz, Robbie Lawler. We're back in 2014 or something. 2011 was the first fight, I believe, or something like this. Or even sooner, right? It was crazy long ago. Anyways, Nick Diaz with the dad bod, or the pandemic body, which is fair enough, because very relatable. I don't mean to. Hey, my cat, Snooze, what are you doing? I don't mean to. Be like body shaming here, because we all look like this after the pandemic, so fair enough. Robbie Lawler looked like he's ready to go though. The problem with Nick Diaz is looking like that, and we're like, usually he's going for cardio. Like, does he have the cardio? And no, he did not have the cardio, I think. 2 rounds though, the first 2 rounds, they both were just throwing, but Lawler was walking him down, and Nick Diaz was backing up, but was throwing hands and throwing more hands than Robbie Lawler all the time. His boxing looked really crisp. Anthony Joshua probably calling Nick Diaz for some boxing lessons right now. Nick Diaz was also landing lots of shots. So was Robbie Lawler. It was great. It was just those 2 rounds are just fantastic. Like some OGs throwing down. That was great. In the 3rd round, then Robbie Lawler stopped Nick Diaz with 1 punch, set him down, and Nick Diaz just didn't get up anymore. He wasn't out. He just saw his nose was broken, bleeding, and he's like, no mas. That's enough. So TKO stoppage for Robbie Lawler. Congratulations to Robbie Lawler. He's an OG too, obviously. It was fantastic. They both embraced each other afterwards. Two real warriors. I'm not sure if we're going to see Nick Diaz again. I'm always going to tune in for Nick Diaz. But the pop he got when he walked out, like, Nick Diaz. It's probably the first time that Robbie Lawler was like not the fan favorite in quite a while. So those first 2 rounds, they were awesome. It was just like, back in the days, like watching a UFC, a cage fight. That was cool. So thank you to Nick Diaz and Robbie Lawler for those memories. That was fantastic. And let's see where they are going. I think Robbie Lawler still wants to climb back up, I assume, even though he's 39 now, Nick Diaz 38, and didn't look that great in shape. So I don't know if he really wants to get back into it, or if he's like, okay, that's it for another 7 years. No matter what they do, I'm always going to tune in. They're both legends. We had Curtis Blades versus Justina Rosenstruck as well. Curtis Blades, congratulations. Jessica Andrade, congratulations over Cynthia Calvillo. Cynthia Calvillo just can't break into the top echelon, right? It's like the thing. Anyways, that was great. I enjoyed this very much. It was a great night of fights. It was fantastic. Like seriously, congratulations to the UFC for putting this one on. Not congratulations to Marlon Moraes, unfortunately. Marlon Moraes really falling from grace, unfortunately. Congratulations to Merab Duvashili. I don't know, Merab from Georgia, I believe as well. He embraced Giga Chikadze afterwards in the audience as well. That was cool. So congratulations to him. And of course, I have to do one more. Of course, Dan Hooker versus Nasrat Haqparast. Fellow German Nasrat, even though he's not really repping the German colors usually, he's rather highlighting, I believe, his religion than the country he lives in, which is fair enough. I mean, I don't live in Germany anymore, so I shouldn't be the one talking, so fair enough. Dan Hooker, both had like issues with the visa and so on. You've all seen this on ESPN and whatnot. And Dan Hooker with a classy performance. I mean, he didn't get him out of there, but he dominated, I think, 30-27, 30-26, so yeah, all domination for Dan Hooker. Congratulations. He said they're probably going to move stateside now after all the disaster that happened in New Zealand, and kind of understandable, I believe. So congratulations to the Hangman, who called out. Who did he call out? I forgot who he called out, but he called out the number 3, I think. Did he? Benil Dariush. I always say Benil Dariush. He called out Benil Dariush. That's it. That would be a fun fight, I believe. And no one else is fighting Benil Dariush, so why not? What's happening next at the UFC? We have next week Fight Night again. We have Thiago Santos versus Johnny Walker, the two big guys who get hurt all the time. Nice. Let's see who gets hurt first. Thiago Santos, Johnny Walker. I don't know. I mean, Johnny Walker was rocketing into the scene and then really disappointing really fast. Thiago Santos, I mean, took John Jones and kind of won against John Jones, like almost everybody else in 205 by now. I have Thiago Santos via destruction, but let's see. When I prepped for this, right, when I was like, okay, then the quick outlook, what else happens, and then I scrolled down in the event card, and I'm like, again, Kevin Holland again versus Kyle Daukaus. I don't know how to pronounce it. I want to say Daukaus, but he is like the AU Daukaus. I don't know. Versus Kyle D. Kevin Holland, dude, don't you wanna like just seriously just work on your wrestling for a while, man? Dude, I mean, it's cool to fight a lot, but by now, like, I was all on the hype train last year, but now I'm like, again, it's this dude fighting. It's like the Donald Cerrone thing, like 2 years ago. Like, really, again? Come on, we know you just lost your last fight and the fight before. Take a break, practice, get better, and then come back. I have zero, I don't know, expectations for Kyle Holland right now. I assume Kyle D takes him down and just grinds it out. That's okay, that's it. We also have Alex Oliveira versus Nico Price. I think Nico Price takes this. Alex Oliveira, but it's going to be a fun fight. Alex Oliveira always brings it. This should be a fun fight, but I'm assuming Nico Price would simply take that. Okay, enough with the UFC though. Still buzzing from the Volkanovski versus Ortega fight, because it was awesome. Let's also quickly talk about One Championship. One Championship was on again on Friday night, and Friday night local time. And the prodigy Victoria Lee, like little sister to Angela Lee and to Christian Lee. Angela Lee, the women's atomweight, right, champion. Even after being away for like a year due to pregnancy, and Christian Lee, the up to this day welterweight champion, I believe, of I think 155 pounds, champion here for One Championship. Let's talk about Victoria first. Victoria Lee, I think it's the first time that she had to go out of round 1, and she looked quite gassed after round 1, but round 2 she took her down again, her opponent, and then just eventually got her out of it, and some vicious ground and pound there for like this, and no offense, little 17-year-old girl who is not really muscled up yet. So I mean, she's fierce. So congratulations, Victoria Lee, another Lee member. I mean, they all got talent, obviously. So congratulations, Victoria Lee. Let's see where this takes you. Then we had a heavyweight bout, and well, it was interesting because it was Anatoly the Spartan Malikian And this reminds me of Hamilton and Tony Mulligan. He defeated Amir Ali Akbari, and I mean Ali Akbari came in with like this huge fanfare, like this huge super heavyweight fighter. Woo! And then he lost last time, and now he lost again and again by knockout. And it was like, I mean, Malikin was just landing everything. It was like all. I mean, it was good, and he was using head movement, of course, but it was basically just like jab, overhand right, or maybe just a swinging hook. Like it was really like it was MMA boxing. A few kicks here and there, but then that was it. And yeah, he knocked Ali Akbari out, and it's a bit disappointing. Maybe Ali Akbari was too overhyped. Ali Akbari also did not look like he looked very stationary. Like the commentator said it's his style, okay, but he was really stationary. Like no head movement, no footwork, just really basic, like stand your ground. But then he was just moving backwards, like backing up the whole time, and Mulligan just like unloading and doing. And Mulligan was like smaller, right? So he was just like stepping in, forward, jab, and then just overhand and stuff, and then just unloading and then catching him a few times. So congratulations to Mulligan, and he was really smiley and funny afterwards. So that's all good. Yeah, cool. And he wants the belt, of course, next, because everybody wants the belt next when they win a fight. Then we had a great fight, featherweight. We had Kim, the fighting god, Jae-woong, I hope, versus Martin, the situation. Stupid name. Nguyen, and Martin Nguyen out of Stanford MMA. He used to be the champion, right, in featherweight, and won championship, got knocked out by Tan Le, and now tries to climb back on the ladder towards the title. And they both threw down really well, like really fast. It was crazy. Like they both, for like, let me check, for like a minute and 40 seconds, they both like exchanged like very well. That was fun, but then the fighting god out of South Korea was just landing perfectly flush, set Martin Nguyen down, followed up 1-2 punches on the ground, and then it's congratulations to the fighting god, formerly ranked number 5. Now, of course, he took out the number 1 ranked fighter below the champion, so he's now in it for the belt. He was celebrating afterwards. It was fun to see, like he was jumping around, celebrating, like ooh, like he was really happy. It's nice to see, and not in a disrespectful manner. Like he was just really happy that he pulled this off. Like, oh my god, I did it! So congratulations to the fighting god. Fantastic name, of course. If you're from Asia, that's kind of cool. Like the fighting god. Yeah, congratulations to Kim Jae-woong. Title shot next. Let's go. Awesome. Him versus Tan Le should be fun. There should be fire. We had then strawweight Joshua the Passion. I never know how to pronounce it. Spanish Pacio. I say Pacio. Joshua Pacio versus Yosuke the Ninja Saruta. And TKO round 1 for Joshua Pacio. Joshua Pacio is, I mean, he's just the typical, and no offense again, Filipino fighter. Like lots of, but not that typical, not that much wushu actually. Like he's got wushu, but not as much as like Kevin Bellingham, for example. Not as wushu heavy. But it was a dominant victory, obviously. So congratulations to the Passion. Then we had Bantamweight Kickboxing World Championship. Kapitan from Thailand. I think Kapitan fights out of Pechindi Academy, if I'm not mistaken, versus Mehdi Diamond Hearts Satut. Some of the nicknames, dudes, really. That was a cool fight again. Mehdi Satut was in there until the end. They exchanged quite a bit. That was cool. That was respect to Mehdi Satut. That was a nice fight, especially also last round. Mehdi Satut is like still going for it. No problem with the decision there for Kapitan, but that was a great kickboxing fight. So congratulations to both. And then the main event, lightweight world champion Christian the Warrior Lee versus Ok Rea Yoon, the guy who nobody knew like 6 months ago, and then he comes on the scene, knocks out Nastyukin, I believe. He knocked out Eddie Alvarez, and now he doesn't knock out, but now he wins. He defeats Christian Lee, 5-round UD, and yes, that was deserved. Like Ok Rea Yoon outperformed in this case Christian Lee. Congratulations! That was a great fight too. See, people always say I'm shitting on one championship. I don't. Great fight again. Like Christian Lee, Ok Rea Yoon, great fight. And Ok Rea Yoon, awesome man. Congratulations he was a champion in South Korea, right? But from people not really knowing him to like champion in like 6 months, awesome. Like fantastic. I don't know what else to say. It was a great performance. Christian Lee also, like, even though he raised his hand, but he was like, yeah, you won. I understand. So congratulations, Ok Rea Yoon. Gonna be a rematch. He's a Lee Evolve Chatri. He's gonna get a rematch. But it was a great match. I really enjoyed it. Good job, Christian Lee, Ok Rea Yoon. Congratulations to the champ. Fantastic. There was one championship. Next one is, I think, in like more than 2 weeks or so. So we'll talk about this once it's going to happen. What else? Oh, yeah, Bellator. Bellator is on this coming week now, Friday. From Wembley, United Kingdom. And it's Lima versus MVP 2. And I'm going to make some sacrifices later to the fighting gods that A, this fight is going to happen, and then B, it's going to end up just the way the first fight ended up. In my interview with John from SCMP, right, it's also on the channel, he made a good point. He's like, he would like to see MVP in karate combat, MVP versus Wonderboy or something. That would be awesome. Bas Rutten, get MVP in there. In MMA, he's too cocky. I just don't like the cockiness because he doesn't back it up. Like against fighters below him, yeah, fine, stylish, flippy, flashy, nice karate stuff. Yes, cool. But I mean, against look at what Lima did to him last time. And I mean, I only see like Lima being super prepared once again and just like no nonsense, walking forward. Maybe the same thing, like just sweeping the leg and just going for the elbow or the knee or something. Yeah. But then again, if you're as dominant as Lima in Bellator, maybe at one point you're like, whatever, I got this, and then you're not super prepared. It's a thing that Valentina Shevchenko said in the interview, like post-fight, she's like, you can't just think you're good, because once you think that you're good and that you're the best, then you start slipping. So I don't know, maybe Lima at some point is going to be like, man, I dominated for so long, I got this, and then maybe he doesn't. So let's see. I'm hatching my wagon, that's how you say it, right, on Lima. If MVP gets it, maybe he convinces us, the haters, the MVP haters, that he's really got it. So let's see. But I'm thinking Lima got this one. Let me know what you think. Like, what about the upcoming UFC card? You're looking forward to Kevin Holland getting dominated on the floor again. Johnny Walker, do you think he's gonna upset Thiago Santos? What about, did you enjoy one championship? Looking forward to Lima versus MVP. What are your picks? Shout out social media at FunkitPod. Email if you want to funkitpod@gmail.com. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, rate this podcast, because if you rate it on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, wherever, Stitcher, wherever you're listening to, that really helps to get found, and that's very much appreciated. Thank you for that. So that's it for now. The quick recap of what happened in the MMA world, because this one is... And for those who don't watch, I'm holding my cat in the camera because she's been walking around here because she's hungry and wants to go outside, right, Snooze? Yeah. That's it for this week. As always, take care, stay safe, and I'll see and talk to you next time. Sawadee Cup.